Hey everyone, it's Joy here with another Lawn Fawn video, and I have a card here that has foiling, metallic, and glitter cardstocks. I'm going to start with hot foiling. I am going to be using the snowflake background hot foil. I'm going to use silver foil with this. I'm going to tape this plate in place on my A2 size piece of white cardstock. I'm going to create a little hinge. That way, if I don't get a good foiled image, I can just add a new piece of foil and then just lay the plate back on top and refoil it. So I'm going to trim that piece up. My Glimmer hot foil system is heating up. I'm going to place this foil shiny side towards the hot foil plate. And I'm just going to trim a little of this excess off, and then I can place it plate down onto my Glimmer hot foil system. And once it's ready, I can push the button. It'll blink for about a minute. I can pull it out of the docking station, put my plates on top, and run it through my die cut machine. Now, there is a little spot on here that did not foil great, so I was checking to see if my large or if the giant Let It Snow sentiment was going to cover it, and it does, so I did not need to refoil it. I am going to lightly ink blend with picked raspberry distress oxide ink, and I want to be light-handed, not heavy with the brush, because I don't want to accidentally pull up some of the foil, but just, you know, normal to light pressure is totally fine, and it's going to work great. Once I get a good ink blending, I'm going to take a dry rag and just gently buff the foil, or excuse me, buff the ink off of the foil, and light-handed with that. But then we have this nice, beautiful, silver, shimmery snowflake background. Then the Let It Snow, the giant Let It Snow die, I'm going to die cut that 3 times from the pixie dust cardstock, and I'm going to glue those pieces together. This is going to give me a chunky sentiment. And this is going to be kind of the star of the show here on this card. I love this giant Let It Snow. I think the font is so fun, and it just fills up the whole card, and I think it just looks really, really nice. So now that I've got those glued together, I decided to bring in a little bit of fun. So I'm stamping the little snow globe from the Little Snow Globe dog stamp set. I'm also going to stamp the little snowman inside. So I stamped that with Lawn Fawn's jet black ink. Let's place our little snowman in there and stamp him up. And then there's little stamps that look like snowfall, and I'm going to stamp that with Distress Oxide ink and Salvaged Patina. And it'll be a little bit over the snowman too, but just give us a little bit of color in the background. And I love the pink and teal together. I think it's kind of a fun Christmassy winter color. Then I am taking my Copic marker in BG11, coloring some of the snow and the snowman, and then a little bit of the BG10, just kind of blending that out. I'm going to use YR14 for his little carrot nose, and for the base of the snow globe, I am using C6, 4, and 2, and then I will use the BG10 for that little piece in the center of the snow globe. I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut this out. I can tape that in place with some low tack tape, and then I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. This I'm going to place over the O in the word snow. I just love little things like that. My original thought was to put a snowflake on it, but then I just decided to bring in a little something kind of whimsical and fun. So let's adhere our Let It Snow to our foiled background. Then I'm going to use a piece of foam tape, foam adhesive strip, and place it inside of the O, and then I can just adhere the snow globe to that. But I want to make sure that whole sentiment is nice and adhered down. Let me just place that there right in the center. And I think that turned out so cute. Then we have all of these snowflakes that I die cut from the Stitched Snowflakes die using the metallic cardstock holographic 2.0. And I just think these are so much fun. I love the silver and pink together. To me, it's very wintry, kind of frosty. And I'm going to adhere a few of these down. I want to add 2 to the letters, so 2 of the smaller ones to the letters there. I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid glue on the back, and then I can place those down. I'm going to trim the excess off of here, and I'm going to add some more snowflakes to this, but my power is going to go out. My power went out when I was making this card, so my lights are going to go off. So if it's a little bit dark for a second, I am so sorry. I apologize. I was getting these last 3 snowflakes on, but my power went out. So I'm just adhering those down, and I'm going to trim the excess off of those. But that just gives us some more snowflakes on the background. And then this will be adhered to a white A2 size card base. And we can look at the photos here in just a second so I can show you exactly what this looks like. But this card is finished at this point. And look at how darling it is. I love it. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you feel inspired, and I hope you have a great